sections. Within each branch, there are various other kinds of subgroupings. The city lords is the only group, however, that is divided into subgroups called sections. The sections that city lords named are the 15th Street Lords, the Ridgeway Lords, the St. Louis Lords, the Trumbull Lords. At first glance, these groups seem to be identical to branches. However, when asked about this, city lords insist that sections are not the same as branches, but are subdivisions of one particular branch of the city lords. We shall look at sections in greater detail in the next chapter. Here, all that need to be noted is that 1. Sections claim to control particular parts of Vice Lord's city. 2. Sections had a distinct set of offices before the recent reorganization, while after it, they had only one office. And 3. The leaders of sections are considered more subordinate to the leaders of the city lords rather than are those of other branches. Age groups. As stated in chapter 1, almost every branch of the Vice Lord nation is divided into a set of subdivisions, which Vice Lords call seniors, juniors, and midgets. Some branches even have Pee-wee Vice Lords. There is no cover term to refer to such groupings, but since age is an important basis for distinguishing between them, I have chosen to call them age groups. In most branches, each age group has its own set of officers. In the city lords, however, this is not the case at the present time. Before the development of sections within the city lords, each group did have its own officers. But at the time of my field work, such groups had no internal organization. Membership in age groups varies between branches. In the city lords, the midgets are usually 12 to 15. The juniors are 16 to 17, and the seniors are 18 and over. In the Monroe lords, the situation is quite different. Generally, the midgets are boys 16 years of age and older who are small in size. The seniors are boys 16 and older who are large. And the juniors are all those under 16, regardless of size. However, individual choice is the most important consideration in age group membership. In the Monroe lords, an individual is usually free to join whatever age group he chooses, as long as that group will accept him. If, at a later time, he wishes to change his age group affiliation, he is free to do so, providing the members of the other group will accept him. A comparison of age groupings among the Monroe and city lords following the development of sections show definite differences. In the Monroe lords, age divisions form distinct social groups. That is, they are internally structured. In contrast, at present, there are only social categories in the city lords. This is reflected in the way vice lords discuss events concerning the club with each other. In conversations I heard between individuals in the Monroe and Albany lords, between members of the city lords, who were talking about events that took place before the development of sections. Particular people were often identified in terms of the age group to which they belonged, and events discussed in terms of age groups which had taken part in them. One of the older members of the city lords, who was talking about the old days, provides an example. The roughest boys I ever met, they was between the ages of 13 and 15. Little Lord, Roughhead and them. They was the midgets, the midget lords. And these was the baddest boys I ever went up against. What happened? They beat up one of the senior lords, a stud called Doughbelly. And Caveman wouldn't even mess with the midget lords, cause they had so many guns. We didn't know where they got the guns from, but they used to bring them around and give them to us. In contrast, I never heard any of the city lords allude to age groupings when discussing contemporary events. In these instances, individuals were referred to in terms of their section membership.